What's up guys, BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Eternal Evolution, and today we are going to be showing off our new Artemis hero. Still not completely maxed, only level 87 right here in the summit levels. It's going to take a little bit to get there because I wasn't saving anything up, but we did do some things. We ended up going with an Unleashed set. Not sure if it's necessarily the best option. I really enjoy the attack speed for a lot of the combats that I do personally, plus it gives additional damage, and then we just went for like a two-piece attack just to do what it is. We went for the full plus 40, and you don't necessarily need to, but the one nice thing is the barrage damage can dispel invincibility effects, which is kind of important for what we're talking about here today. Now, it's not necessary. It really isn't necessarily at all, because most of the exclusive stuff isn't important. What is important is the one, I can't remember exactly which one it is. Chambi crit. I don't know if it's way down the bottom here. I actually don't remember which one it actually was on the toolkit. One of them basically allows you to stop the enemy assassins from charging. Here it is right here. It's actually as part of the base skill, so you don't even need that whatsoever. It's just, again, part of the main skill. Is really cool. You get these bolts that when enemies use their charge and or they activate teleportation abilities, you basically deal damage to them and you stun them for 2 seconds. This plays in very well with the theme of hunters, and we're going to be showing you PvP to start off because that's where I've been having the most fun with Artemis. I've been basically running a full hunter team. We are running a Rebecca because of course she has some really cool abilities here as well. It's really cool. She gives the barriers of light that basically make it so that they can't get one shot, which is again part of this combination that I really enjoy. Of course, using Artemis. Raceris is cool too, just because the way that we have her at EX30, which is definitely not necessary, but she can revive. The other thing that's really cool about her is the fact that she can fear a ton of enemies very early on in combat. So what you're gonna see is a common theme here. The enemies being pushed back, fear effects going off, and then tons of damage coming from Artemis. Majority of the damage coming from Artemis because her abilities hit so hard, so fast, so many targets. And on top of that, Raceris is giving what? She's giving additional IS boost of 100 to everybody, which is perfect because if we take a look at our Artemis' stats here, we're at 320. We want to be at 400 or higher to really maximize a lot of her skills abilities. Getting more bolts here. I think the other one is a cap at 400 as well, right? Yeah, right here. So the higher her attack speed, the higher the attack frequency of the bolt's barrage. That is really good. That's why we went for the 400 in this build. Her crit rate is decent. It's nothing like super high. Her crit damage is decent, not super high. And her attack value, same thing. Decent, just not super high compared to a lot of other heroes. We are also throwing in Arcadia. We don't necessarily need to, I'd say. She does have a way to revive and stuff, so she is more fodder. She does some okay damage. I don't think she's necessary, but for the sake of this video, again, we're mainly highlighting Artemis right here, the main hero. So let's just jump into a couple PvP combats on our friends list because we do have some of the stronger heroes, enemies like Massacre. Massacre is one of them that has a ton of power here. We're not going to be running, so this is what I typically run now. Let me actually hide my face real quick so you can see. This is my typical setup I'm running right now for my main PvP team, but this team is ridiculously strong. You can see the gear that we have. Everybody is kitted out with gear, with exclusives and everything. We have a dragon even with the ultimate on Caraxia, and Impulse of Annihilation is just so amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch this up a little bit. Let me actually switch to a hunter team. I think I already have it preset. I do. So here's what we're doing. We're running 4 hunters. We're putting Rebecca in the front row because if I remember correctly, she teleports to the back row if you have 3 or more hunters in your lineup. We are using Miranda just because I like the ability to, number 1, have 2 of them revive and use their ultimates again if necessary. And of course, those bubble shields. We are going with The Carmoda, I've never actually pronounced this. Sadly, I had an SP roll on here and I messed up the roll and got rid of it. So that feels bad, but that does give us an extra amount of true damage in this combat. And we do have the fully maxed out Crimson Meteor. I don't know why that's bugging out right there. We have Crimson Meteor. It is a sign. And this one here increases attack of all allied hunters by 12% every 5 basic attacks, which are going to be easy to get to because we have tons of attack speed on this team. Attacks trigger the effect inflict true damage equal to a certain percentage of the target's max HP. The higher attack speed, the higher the damage. So again, attack speed, very important. In PvE mode, this can't exceed a certain amount of attack. So you can see why attack speed is my go-to. Now, one thing we didn't also talk about this hero, Artemis here, is the fact that her abilities basically make it, I can't remember which one it is. Let me read through it one more time. I remember what abilities she has, just not which ones are which. She has the ability to lower, yes, right here. So this chain bolt ricochets between 3 targets, reducing their max HP equal to 80% of the damage until the end of the fight. This doesn't work on boss or elites, but what it does do is it works in PvP. So first I want to show you combat, then I'm going to start pointing things out in combat right now. So just so you guys can see, we'll even go at a 1x speed. You can see everybody getting pushed back way across the battlefield. You can see the damage. It's pretty much all the new hero. But we're even going up against like a similar hunter team, and you can see they are just melting. Even the extreme back row is just disappearing, and you can see the amount of damage that was done. That's why she's in the lineup. She can still do something. Honestly, Rebecca did nothing except push targets back and give them shields that fight. But you see the absolute power of this hero. So that's the first part there. I'm going to show my webcam again. We'll go through this combat one more time. I'm going to show you something while the combat is going. Take a look at their bars right here. See, they have this like, not yet. Actually, it's not showing up here. Those are shields. Oh man, actually this combat might not be long enough to actually show the effect. Essentially what happens is the max HP bar turns gray. Yeah, we're just killing them way too fast. So we're going to jump out of this. I want to show you that effect since we're talking about it right now. And then we're going to show you guys what it looks like fighting an assassin team as well. So let's go to the border. Let's actually just jump into like a soul mine or something. I think I can probably get the effect to show up on here. We're going to watch the enemy HP bars. That is if she doesn't die immediately. This is very difficult content right here where we are pushed to. I think you can see it right here. Yeah, you can see the slight gray bars that are building up here. That is lowering their max HP by that amount, meaning that they can never recover that HP whatsoever. So that's something that's really interesting and new with this hero. Very strong. I think I do have to jump into an arena fight. I actually think I need to jump over to here to show you a proper assassin counter. So, yep, we have an assassin team right here. Rickert, it's got the traditional, even has a Caraxia on the battlefield. So we're going to go in the first battle with this team up against that. We'll send in our assassins over against this hybrid tank slash Jaina wave. So this is the big one I want to show you guys before we get out of here. I want to show you the ultimate destruction of assassins that right now feel very much immune to everything. So let's watch this combat go quickly. The Caraxia is already down. Again, we can kill through immunity effects, which is the big part. Having the bubble shield and the layers from Rebecca, you can see they're way up there, means we can't take more than a certain percentage of her health. And the team literally just melts away. Now, this is our assassin team, Caraxia. Still doesn't really compare, but what I will say is she hard counters a Caraxia team so much in PvP. I would still say Caraxia is a better investment overall for your account, but if you're going for all of them, yeah, it's kind of the way to go. You can see we're just kind of killing it here. We really just cared about that first battle, and we're getting W's across the board. This first one being absolutely huge. You can see 16.5 million damage, like nothing for anybody else. So that's Artemis. Strong hero, very, very strong PvP hero. Not as strong as Caraxia as far as overall game modes, but still extremely strong. And remember, this is almost a fully maxed out copy. I will say, getting a copy and getting it unlocked Where is it? To this one here? No, that one's good. This one here, so you can stop assassin teams. That's really important. Just getting Phantom Bolt is really strong. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We'll have more Artemis content coming your way and a ton more Eternal Evolution content as well. See you guys next time. Hit that subscribe button before you get out of here. Peace.